Christopher William here, my direct opinion, and I'd like to do an outtake on what transpired at the Yellow Vest rally on Saturday, November 2nd. So Yellow Vest patriots are wondering which direction we should head in. Well, at our rally on Saturday, we just did a natural progression and continued our fight against corruption. So we're fighting against the corrupt government on the city level, the provincial level, the federal level, on the world level. We're fighting against the United Nations, the globalists, the one world government. It was just a natural progression to continue our fight. And of course, we're against Trudeau as well. I mean, that goes without saying. But this all ties in together against saving democracy, freedom, free speech. Basically, stopping the one world government and saving our own local democracies. And it doesn't matter whether you want to save Canada or you want to separate, as in with Wexit. It all ties in together. But we want freedom. Now, we had a unique situation on the weekend where there was a couple of other groups protesting what's happening to their people or relatives in other countries. Hong Kong was one of them, and Iraq was the other one. We've also had in the past people from Chile and people from Kurdistan, I believe it was. But this weekend was really unique because we started to engage both of these other groups and we started to support them. Now, why is this important? Because it's important because our movement needs to grow. Our movement needs to expand and we need to encompass more people. So with the Iraqis, we told them we support freedom, we support free speech, we support their fight against corrupt government. That's important because we have a common goal. With the people in Hong Kong, it was just natural because they're fighting against corrupt government, so we support them. So now our movement in Calgary is growing because we now have the support of these people. I started calling the area in front of City Hall Freedom Alley because a lot of groups are getting together and protesting what's happening in their home countries. So I think this is important that we fight for freedom. We're against corrupt government from the city level to the provincial level to the federal level and on the world level. And this naturally leads against the United Nations. So we're fighting all of their agendas. We're fighting the United Nations. We're fighting the globalists, the Illuminati, whatever you want to call them, the one world government. And without actually even having to fully state that to turn people off sometimes, we're just encompassing that in our message. And now we're getting all these other groups together. So I do have one comment here on a possible negative side effect of this. You're all aware we have a problem of illegal immigrants coming into our country, and sometimes this overlaps with some of these groups. We also have a problem with, in my opinion, Islam is not compatible with democracy, and Sharia law certainly isn't compatible with democracy. But I put that aside and ignored it, although a couple of people did bring it up. I think it's more important that by saying we support their fight for freedom and then we put in democracy into that message, it will help. Our internal fights against other ideologies and religions and things like this, well, sometimes you have to band together to fight the main enemy that's killing all of you. And we can keep our other internal fights aside. So here, moving forward, I think Calgary has started a whole new momentum. And it has nothing to do with Wexit. It has nothing to do with saving Canada. It has to do with freedom, democracy, we the people taking back our country, we the people taking back the world. And all these other issues, well, they can be solved separately or internally within the groups. But we have that main message. Feel free to leave some comments. Get a hold of me. Let's expand. This is just an initial thought as to what happened on the weekend. Christopher William, signing out.